Honorable KSCRC Chairman's queue and not address anybody individually, but I would rather welcome or feel compelled to welcome all the dignitaries on and off the stage, all startups, friends, and well-wishers of KSUM to FinTech Summit 2022. So when I look at the audience here, it really explains what makes KSUM so uniquely powerful. If you really think about it, KSUM is a small baby-sized team of 80, 85 people and counting. But it is the extended family, it is the extended union of collaborators and partners that makes us special, that makes us one of the noticeable government agencies, if not noticeable agencies, period, in the startup landscape of the country. So thank you all for your presence, taking time off of your respective busy schedules to be here to show support to KSUM and more importantly to the Kerala state startups. The global fintech market size in 2010-20 stood at around 110 billion US dollars. The market size projection by 2030, that is fast forward a decade, stands at 700 billion US dollars. That is a whopping CAGR of 20+%. So if those projections truly held true, it would be raining unicorns in our country, in the fintech segment. So that enthusiasm and that positivity in the projections in market size have really translated to the funding scenario as well. In 2021, the net funding, including mergers, private equity, and venture capital avenues, stood at 210 billion US dollars across some 5,500 to 6,000 deals, and that is globally. This was up from 125 billion and roughly half as many deals the previous year. So that just shows the tangential growth, the exponential growth that we are witnessing in the fintech ecosystem. India has actually been a shining star in this global map. The 4 out of 10 top 10 fintech deals in the APAC region last year originated from our country, and some of those deals are represented here as well. India currently has more than 6,000 fintech startups, and we are proud to say that Kerala has its own fair share in that overall makeup. Kerala has traditionally been strong in several industries, or several segments rather, including education, healthcare, and financial technologies. We have seen our own share of domestically grown banks, non-bank financial entities, very high penetration of financial literacy as well as financial inclusion, a thriving chit fund system, and many of these chit funds eventually grew to NBFCs and maybe even getting banking charter. We have had our own very strong cooperative banking ecosystem, which you can see across the length and breadth of the state. Kerala has given rise to a lot of bankers, of national repute. And we have, to a very good extent, succeeded in converting this to a robust fintech ecosystem, but we still recognize that there are ways to go. You see Open, which has been a poster child for fintech success for Kerala. We would like to think of them as a Kerala startup. We have our own thriving number of startups. The government of Kerala recognizes this opportunity and have taken a number of steps, including the declaration of FinTech Accelerator, holding this FinTech Summit. And as Safirullah sir mentioned earlier in his speech, in his address, Kerala Digital University was the first to set up a blockchain academy. We have graduated around 2,000 graduates certified in blockchain-related technologies. We hope these steps will earn rich rewards in maturing the Kerala fintech ecosystem much further. While talking about fintech, it will be a crime not to talk about some of the emerging technologies in the fintech space. First would be the evolution of blockchain. And even in the blockchain space, we have conducted already a blockchain summit, not too far from here. Actually, Cochin conducted the first NFC summit, NFC Kochi, in which some 6,000 odd artists, technologists, and enthusiasts descended all over from the country. And I was fortunate to be one of the speakers there, and I realized so many people, so many youngsters earn their livelihood, selling digital art, creating digital art, and that spans both creatives, just digital pictures, multimedia creatives, movies, music, the entire spectrum. Blockchain is arguably the most significant innovation, especially for, it probably started with digital payments in the form of cryptocurrencies. Now it has definitely found new frontiers, especially in e-commerce, etc. When it comes to e-commerce, where authentication is important, such as pharma or food, definitely blockchain is offering absolutely new business models. With the evolution of new functionality like smart contracts, it is opening up new frontiers in cross-border trade, international trade, finance, etc. Artificial intelligence is also playing a very key role in financial innovation. We see that in the consumer-facing world, in the form of chatbots that are serving the customers, automated decision-making tools that are helping people make financial decisions. We see that in the banking and financial services segment across front office, middle office, as well as back office. Artificial intelligence is going to invigorate and change the financial landscape more than, probably second only to blockchain. And we already see that 70% of the fintech firms are offering AI-based solutions. A third technology, which I think would be a significant contributor to fintech, are the evolutions in cloud as well as data landscape. The fintech firms almost look like data companies which happen to be in the world of finance, because data is the true oil that powers fintech and differentiates them from most of the traditional financial services firms. Our exhaustion or appeal to our startups is to focus on these emerging technologies, focus on the frontiers and the possibilities these emerging technologies open for you. We also want to promise that KSUM, as well as the government of Kerala, are always there to support you. We'll work with you, we'll listen to you, and we will provide the necessary interventions. We wish all the startups presented here great success in the years to come and promise all our support. Once again, thanking you all for your presence here and appealing to you once again to support our startups in whichever role you play within the ecosystem. Thank you once again and enjoy the FinTech Summit.